Welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad to have you here to show you this self-closing Christmas treat holder. My name's Tracy, I'm an independent Stampin' demonstrator here in Central Victoria. Now this design is not mine, I actually cased this from a US demonstrator called Dawn Griffiths. Check her out, she has some amazing things on her channel. And I thought that this would make a really great gift. Just as a little treat gift for someone, so I thought you might like to see how it was made. So the supplies needed for this project, we have the Cup of Christmas stamp set, and I've just used the Enjoy and the little mistletoe stamp here just for our little sentiment there. The designer series paper is Night Before Christmas, 6x6 in quite neutral tones, some great little designs and themes there. So I've chosen the presents. Inks, we have Cherry Cobbler ink, the Memento Tuxedo black ink for our mistletoe. Also using some blends, so we have the dark in Old Olive and Cherry Cobbler to colour in the mistletoe. That little tag there comes from the 1 3/8 inch 1 1/8 scallop punch, as well as the 1 inch circle punch. And we've also got a little bit of gold metallic thread to pop in the back there, just to give it a little bit of extra sparkle. I have my kit here and it's all ready to go. Now all the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog. There is a link to the blog post in the description of this video. There's also a link to my online store if you would like to purchase any Stampin' Up supplies to make this project or another project or card. If you could shop in my online store and use that hostess code, I would be forever grateful. You also receive a few things off me. So I send out either a project or a card that I have made. I send that out to you. I'll also send you via email a bundle tutorial. Now each month it is 50 plus. They are full colour photos. There are instructions, measurements and the directions. So really awesome project bundle to be sent out to you, and you will get so much inspiration from that. And you'll also earn yourself Inky rewards for every $50 that you spend. Now as you work up your Inky rewards, you will earn free product, so it's a real win-win by shopping through me. So we have the Old Olive base, and that's to make our box. We have 2 pieces of that designer series paper. I've also got a little bit of Whisper White, and this is just scrap. We just need enough to be able to punch out a 1 inch circle from the Whisper White. And I've just got another bit of scrap of Cherry Cobbler, and we just need enough for the 1 3/8 inch scallop and the 1 1/8 inch scallop. So we need 1 of each of those punches. Now from the 6x6 designer series paper, if you cut it down at 2 3/4, which these measure 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, it will leave you with a piece down the bottom or a piece at the top, whichever way you do it. Keep that piece because we can pop that on the very top of our box, so you can either leave it off or keep it, but you know, you probably end up throwing that out, so why not pop it on your gorgeous project. So we're going to get started. I'm using the Old Olive piece first. I'm going to bring my trimmer in and we're going to do a little bit of scoring. So let's get rid of that blade there. So I have my scoring blade here. Now on the 4 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 3/4 on both sides. So switching that over and doing the other side as well. Now 6 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 3 6 inches. Now we're also going to do some partial scoring. So we're going to score up to the 3/4 inch line at 1 1/2 inches. So let's pop that into the 1 1/2 inch spot. Bring the scoring blade down. I'm just going to score up until that 3/4 inch line there, which is pretty much in half of here. And we're also going to partial score at 4.5 inches. There we have it. I'm going to need the trimmer again in a minute, so I'm just going to pop it to the side. Let's fold and score on everything except for those partial score lines. So we're going to cut up all our score lines here, and we're going to take where our tab is, this little rectangle down here is going to be cut off completely. I'm also just going to notch in, because this is our tab. Okay, so score, cutting up to that 3-inch score line. Easy. Now we're going to do a little bit of scoring. So I need my ruler and my stylus. And what we're going to do is we're going to score from these partial score lines up onto each corner here and do that on both sides. So let's do that really quickly. The easiest way is to pop your stylus in the exact spot that you want to start your corner at, and then move your ruler up until the exact spot. So you're moving from one side to the other and you're getting a nice spot on mark. Same thing for this one. So this little treat holds quite a fair bit, using fairly minimal supplies, especially when you're using scraps. And it's fairly quick to pop together once you get going. Okay, so when this closes up, you want these to be folded outwards. So we're just going to do our scoring. Easy. So before we start popping the box together, I'm going to bring in my trimmer and we're going to cut our designer series paper, and then we can start attaching the designer series paper to our box. So we need to find out first the middle point of our designer series paper and make a mark down the bottom. And this is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So what we need to do is we need to make a mark at 1 3/8. I'm just going to make a mark down the bottom of that designer series paper. And I'm also going to bring the other one in at 1 3/8. Okay, so now we're going to cut from that mark up into each corner. So if I pop those on either end, lining them up with the track, going to bring bringing this cutting blade in, there we go, and doing the same for the other side. Now we're right to start popping it all together. So I'm just going to glue these down with some tombow glue. And it creates a nice little border of the old olive around the designer series paper. And when you're popping them down, make sure you have the design the right way. You don't want to mix these two rectangles up, or mix your two pieces up. Keep them separate. This is the other one. Okay, so I'm going to put some tombow glue down the tab there. We're going to close our box together. And the burn folder down over it. You can see the box come together really easily. So let's pop some glue on our two tabs. And there will be a little bit of a gap there. So let's just hold that for a couple of seconds and open it up. And then I can pop my bone folder down to pop those all into place and hold into place while that glue dries. Now remember I had that little strip. I'm going to stick that little piece of strip on the top of the closed part. So popping that little strip down. Now we're going to start working on our little sentiment here. So bringing the cherry cobbler ink in, and that Enjoy, I'm just going to stamp that down. And then the Memento Tuxedo black ink for the mistletoe. And I have the two blends just to colour in the berries. And you don't have to do this, I just thought, why not colour them in? You could just stamp them in the cherry cobbler. So our wishful white piece is going to be cut out or punched out with the 1-inch circle. I'm going to need one 1 3/8 inch scallop. One 1 1/8 inch scallop. So our 1-inch circle is just going to be tombowed down onto the 1 1/8 inch. So it's just that little bit of a border, 1/8 inch of border all the way around. Sweet. I'm going to pop a dimensional on the back. I'm just going to stick 2 because I want to stick some of that metallic, gold metallic thread down. So let's bring some of that in. And you can see where I've got a few loops here and there. I'm going to create that now. So I'm just popping the loops at the back into the dimensionals there. Okay. Chopping off the end there. And then I'm just going to pop that down onto the 1 3/8. Oops. Just make sure that that's centered. And we're just going to glue that one straight down onto the box. And that's our little self-closing box. I hope you've enjoyed this little box and I hope you'll give it a go. All the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog, so check that one out. Now, I'll be back on Thursday with another video project for you, so I hope you can join me then. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do, that way you're not going to miss any of my next videos. Okay, until next time, have a wonderful day and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.